Hello, I'm Dan Rather, and welcome to the CBS Evening News online edition. Just ahead, hotel horrors, explosions rock resorts in Egypt's Sinai Peninsula, along the border with Israel, and Baghdad's what's supposed to be generally safe green zone comes under attack. Insurgents send an explosive message to foreigners in Iraq. Also, women voters. The presidential candidates are busy courting them, but whose message is getting through? And Martha Stewart will soon have a new address. We'll give you a rare look inside Alderson Federal Prison Camp, otherwise known as Camp Cupcake. It's all starting now on the CBS Evening News online edition. What appears to be a major new terrorist attack caused heavy casualties tonight in Egypt at a hotel and nearby resorts popular with Israelis. It started with a huge explosion at a Hilton hotel near the Israeli border in the Egyptian resort city of Taba. That was followed by more blasts a few miles away, apparently at other resorts filled with Israeli tourists. CBS's David Hawkins is live in Tel Aviv with the latest. David?
Dan, witnesses in Taba say the entire front of the hotel has collapsed. And according to Egyptian officials, there are more than 24 dead and hundreds of wounded. The death toll is expected to climb. Shortly after that explosion came reports of 2 more blasts at other resorts a few miles away down the Red Sea coast. Just last month, the Israeli government issued a warning against visits to Egypt, specifying the Sinai as a target of possible terrorist attacks. Casualties are being evacuated to Israeli hospitals in nearby Eilat. The Hilton Hotel in Taba is located just across Israel's border with Egypt. The Hilton and other Egyptian resorts along the Sinai's Red Sea coastline are very popular with Israeli tourists. Today is the last day of the week-long Jewish holiday of Sukkot, so the hotels there are full of vacationing Israelis. Today's attacks come as Israel is conducting one of the largest military operations in months in the Gaza Strip to try to wipe out Palestinian militants there who've been firing crude rockets into Israel. More than 80 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza during the last week. As yet, there is no claim of responsibility, but one of the usual suspects, Hamas, has recently threatened to hit Israeli targets outside of Israel. Dan?
David Hawkins reporting live in Tel Aviv on this breaking story of apparently terrorist attacks along the Egyptian-Israeli border. And another hotel was attacked today, this one in Baghdad. It was damaged by rockets fired from the heart of the Iraqi capital. Mortars hit nearby in the fortified U.S. headquarters known as the Green Zone. Also today, the U.S. military reported the deaths of 3 more American soldiers. But CBS's Alan Pizzi reports the attacks in Baghdad grabbed the most attention, just as they were meant to do.
The audacious attack was intended to gain publicity and make a point. Rockets were fired from a pickup truck in the square where Saddam Hussein's statue was toppled. A palm tree was set on fire and a firefight broke out. Television cameras in that hotel guaranteed that the broken glass and confusion would get the insurgents' message out. Foreigners are not welcome and are not safe anywhere. Even before tonight's attack, there was a heightened state of alert across the river in the Green Zone that houses the U.S. Embassy, the Iraqi government, and reconstruction personnel. The latest security alert in the most heavily guarded real estate in the country orders people to limit non-essential movement, travel in groups of 2 or more, notify staff or friends of travel plans, carry several means of communication. Even soldiers must check vehicles before they get in. Favorite hangouts like this one are to be avoided. An IED, improvised bomb, was defused here 2 days ago. And there have been others. Iraqi security guards think they are inside jobs.
Those IEDs came from some spies in here.
Up to 10,000 Iraqis have their homes in the Green Zone area. Their outdoor market, known as Vendor Alley, is now supposed to be off limits. Last month, 4 Iraqis were arrested for plotting to kidnap 2 foreign contractors, one of them a woman, from inside the Green Zone. The plan was for their translator, who had a pass to be in the area, to lure his employers out of the zone and then drug them. Westerners who are trapped in the zone say it is only a matter of time before the insurgents have a major success. Alan Pizzi, CBS News, Baghdad.
In the wake of 9/11 and the Russian attack, American women are understandably more anxious about the safety of their children. And CBS News correspondent Sandra Hughes reports the presidential candidates are concentrating on trying to get the votes of these concerned mothers.
In 1996, it was the soccer moms who some pollsters predicted could swing the election. This time around, it's so-called security moms. Soccer moms like Debbie Ricketts who worry about terrorism.
I don't let my kids go anyplace. We're talking about going on vacation. Where can we go? How do we get through the airport? Where is a safe place?
Each candidate addressed Debbie's fears in the first debate.
I wake up every day thinking about how best to protect America. That's my job.
I defended this country as a young man in war, and I will defend it as President of the United States.
That didn't change Debbie's mind.
I will vote for George Bush.
But polls showed the debate helped Senator Kerry regain support among women on security issues. Those who had a lot of confidence in Kerry protecting the U.S. from terrorism jumped from 27% to 39%. Still, Democrats downplay the importance of the so-called security moms, saying many moms have other priorities. In fact, a recent poll found only a quarter of married women with children rated the war on terrorism as their main concern.
The economy is my #1 issue.
Realizing tomorrow's debate on the economy and other domestic issues could sway some undecided female voters, both campaigns have strategies to define what women don't want.
The Bush campaign wants to portray John Kerry as a first husband, somebody who's a little shifty. Kerry campaign is trying to portray President Bush as reckless.
Portraying themselves as family-friendly, both could be seen with their wives on the couch across from TV's straight-talking therapist, Dr. Phil. As President Bush tries to win more women over, and Senator Kerry continues to try to win them back. Sandra Hughes, CBS News, Northridge, California.
Lawyers handling Martha Stewart's appeal accused the government today of withholding evidence that could have led to an acquittal. While the appeals process goes on, Stewart will report to prison tomorrow to begin serving 5 months for lying to federal investigators. CBS's Anthony Mason shows you where the expert homemaker will be making her home.
Its nickname may be Camp Cupcake, but the federal prison camp in Alderson, West Virginia is no picnic.
I know I have a very tough 5 months ahead of me.
Like 1,000 other inmates, Martha Stewart will have to answer the bell. And as this History Channel documentary shows, stand at her bed and be counted.
They are constantly counting us through the night and during the day.
Judith Kelly served 3 months in Alderson last year for protesting at a military base.
It was very hard. Everything is taken away right from day one. All your clothes are taken, the strip searches, the pad searches.
Stewart won't be Alderson's first celebrity inmate. After World War II, Tokyo Rose served time at Alderson for treason. So did Squeaky Fromm, who tried to assassinate President Ford. Opened in 1927, Alderson was the first prison in the U.S. built especially for women.
It was the result of a women's prison reform movement. The idea was to get rid of the bars and cells and to put female inmates in a more open facility that would retrain them and not just punish them.
Laid out like a college campus, there are no perimeter walls, no guard towers, no fences. But Stewart will have to work 7.5 hours a day, either in the cafeteria, doing groundskeeping, or making clothing for other federal prisoners. And she'll likely live in a large dorm with at least 100 other women.
When I was there, people were talking about how great it would be if she were able to come and shine a light on the conditions there.
Stewart already has an inmate number, and on the Bureau of Prisons website, she's officially listed as in transit. By tomorrow afternoon, the diva of domesticity's new address will be a bunk bed at Camp Cupcake in Alderson, West Virginia. Anthony Mason, CBS News, New York.
More stories are just a click away. But don't forget to join me on television for the on-air edition of the CBS Evening News. On Friday's broadcast, Round 2, the presidential candidates square off for the second debate. We'll give you a preview. For CBSNews.com, I'm Dan Rather.